So let me just so SaaS3. SaaS3 is a permissionless Oracle network and SaaS 3.0. So now, before talking about the product, let's talk about the evolution of SaaS. So first was SaaS 1.0. So this allowed for only data integration and just giving the user data through APIs. Then came SaaS 2.0. So this allowed integration of app to app. So applications can integrate with applications. Maybe some examples can be Google Docs and Google Slide Sheets and Google Spread and stuff like that. Now what we are building is SaaS 3.0. So SaaS 3.0 allows for uh, decentralization and permissionlessness to be incorporated with SaaS 2.0 APIs. So bringing it, integrating it permissionlessly into blockchain. So any type of API should be permissionless. So once you make an API permissionless and decentralized, you can bring it onto the blockchain easily. So that is what SaaS3 is doing. Now let's talk about blockchain oracles. So blockchain oracles are very, very important, as we all know, to enable any type of real world application on blockchain. We need oracles. So some examples over here are mentioned. And yeah, I guess there's no need to spend a lot of time in this slide because we all know that oracles are very, very important.
For the benefit of the doubt, could you give like just two sentence about an oracle or an example?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Any
So
two.
suppose any type of real world data you want to bring onto the blockchain, like the price of land in Amsterdam or the price of any stock, and even like brilliant projects yesterday, like even transacting some sort of like doing transactions, getting the price of a particular what will be the price of reforesting this particular land area could be directly bought onto the blockchain. So right now all of these protocols would have to do it in a centralized way. They'll have to do it manually or host their APIs on AWS server, which costs a lot. But there's no permissionless way to get that data directly onto the blockchain. So any type of data you can imagine, like whatever data you can get on internet, uh, and it's not available on the blockchain. So that's what we need. Even in fact, the price of Bitcoin on Binance and different centralized exchanges, you cannot get it on blockchain permissionlessly. So currently, all of the oracles in the industry are permissioned. So Chainlink API 3, we've mentioned some examples over here. You can see you can get only a particular set amount of data from it, and you have to apply to become a node over there. So it's not permissionless; it's permission. So we over here like to give it give a very good example that imagine if you had to take permission from Vitalik Buterin to upload smart contracts on the blockchain. So it that's not decentralization. So it's similar to that. Why do you need or permission for oracles? So we are building. So it's an analogy that our oracles are like smart contracts for blockchains. It's permissionless, decentralized, deploy and go, easy as it is. Now, this is the SaaS3 ecosystem. So we have four main participants over here: the API creator, the staker, the miner, and the API user. So what we actually do is we are creating a decentralized serverless runtime, which enables for offchain computational power to bring the data directly onto the blockchain. So over here, as you can, sorry. So over here, as you can see, let me go through how any user can convert a Web2 API to a web to provide Web3 services instantly. So what the person does is an API creator defines a Web2 API on the off-chain computational network. Then what happens is any type of user can come in, request data. This data goes to the miner network. So we create our own miner network. Then there's three sets of, so first set is proof of stake, then we do a delegated proof of stake, and then we do a light proof of work. All of these mechanisms are run, and three miners are chosen who then provide computational power to become the miners, and they run the API, they upload it on the smart contract. Then we do a zero knowledge check, and that's how anybody can get permissionless data on the blockchain instantly. So this is our architecture. So we have like two layers of aggregation. The first layer is a delegated proof of stake, and the second layer is a proof of stake. DPoS again. So we are anti single point failure because we don't host our APIs on centralized servers. We actually create our own decentralized serverless runtime, as I said. So uh, again, this all request goes to this miner network. This miner network then uploads the data on the blockchain. Easy. It's decentralized off chain. Again, permissionless decentralized APIs, multi-layer aggregation. So we have multi-layer aggregation. So even after this second layer, we do a zero knowledge check proof, and then it's a first and third party. So we do two aggregations over here. One aggregation is based on the API level, and then one aggregation is based on the smart contract level. So let me give you an example. Somebody wants the price of Bitcoin. Now, a user can create a dynamic smart contract which gets the price of Bitcoin from three APIs: price of Bitcoin from Binance, price of Bitcoin from Coinbase, price of Bitcoin from KuCoin. So these are the three APIs. So the miner network would be selected for each API, then three miners for one API, and then there are a total of three APIs, and then another aggregation over there. So we did a research, a calculation of how profitable SaaS3 miners would be, because you need a lot of people to get one particular type of data onto the blockchain. And we calculated that SaaS3 miners would be a little more than twice profitable compared to ETH miners. And the other benefit is there is no go to like an equipment cost. So you don't need heavy computation to become a SaaS miner. So you don't need a hi-fi GPU, you just need your computer. So it's very very easy to onboard. So there's no startup cost in this. So it's very very easy to start up and become a miner on the SaaS network, and of course it's more profitable than being an ETH miner. So these are our partners: Nanyang Technological University, the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Chapa Focal Light, Big Brain Holdings, Gear, IPFS, Web3 Foundation, Web3 Bootcamp, Konma, guys, Education System, and Global Exchange. So these are the team members. Let me just quickly introduce. Steven is here today. He's the CEO, and Rocky is the CTO. He's a PhD. So Steven is the PhD, computer science PhD from Chinese University of Hong Kong. Rocky is computer science PhD again, Nanyang Technological University. We have Israel and Nile. So they both are the CTO and the founder of Chapa. So Chapa basically is another blockchain-based startup. They're trying to integrate payment gateways with crypto. Then we have me, otherwise, and we have Vincent as our chief marketing officer. So if you want to connect with us, please screenshot this. You can connect with us through Telegram, Twitter, email, easy. And if you want to look at our proposals, so just going through what we want to build for the Cardano ecosystem, we have put in two proposals. The first proposal is creating a SaaS3 Oracle for SaaS3 Oracle architecture for the Cardano blockchain. So that is creating the entire serverless runtime. So decentralized serverless runtime, creating the entire off-chain miner network so that anybody can bring data on the blockchain permissionlessly on the Cardano. So it's very fascinating to see, because out of all of the blockchains, we personally feel that Cardano is doing a lot in terms of real world integration and real world impact. So this type of product would be helpful and very very helpful for Cardano dApps in general, to provide real world integration and real world adoption of blockchain. And the other grant which we have put in is to other proposal which we put in is for the Cardano Polkadot Oracle bridge. So we are creating a bridge so that data values could be transferred directly from the Polkadot and Cardano. This would also mean Cardano will become multi-chain through this, because Polkadot is already multi-chain, and if we have a bridge, so that would be very very great. And yeah, so if I want to show you the proposals, you just need to type in SAS3 over here. You'll get both of the proposals. So first is the permissionless Oracle network. This is it. And the second is the Cardano blockchain, Cardano Polkadot Oracle bridge. So this is the SAS3 permissionless network. Please feel free to go ahead and check the proposal, read it out, question us, reach us to Telegram. And yeah, you can scan it through the QR code, and that's it from our side. Cheers.
Thank you so much for that, Daksh. Really excited to get this working on with you.
Yeah,
I
I think
guess
I
we could also extend our hands to Snapdrillia on this and see how they can give us any kind of idea or support. As always, we're open for anyone to come in and collaborate. So we're opening our doors. As Daksh mentioned, the essence of an oracle is very necessary for blockchain. The main reason is once a certain set of data is put on a blockchain, you can't really change it. And this kind of limits us from using dynamic data sources to take any kind of decision on chain. So an oracle basically comes between the smart contract and this place where you get the data, and you just tell the smart contract that, hey, the value for this is from here. So whatever here shows you, just put that as the value and do the rest of the calculations as you would do.
Yeah, and
And with the fact that,
sorry,
yeah,
go.
no, and with the fact that it's decentralized, you can also see this aspect as compared to other oracles.
Yeah.
And yes, coming on Cardano very soon.
Yeah, and I particularly feel that this type of Oracle is very well needed in the Cardano ecosystem, because you look at all of the projects, the type of projects that coming through, right? There is a project like Block Trees Asia doing reforestation and creating NFTs out of that. Now, a simple question is, how do you bring the data of the land where you're reforesting permissionlessly on the blockchain? Or any type of project you see, there's Empower, which is enabling mortgages in Africa. So they need they're trying to bank the unbanked economy, right? So how do you bring that data on the blockchain permissionlessly? So SaaS3 could open to doors to the real adoption of blockchain and real world integration for all of the dapps over here. So feel free to, guys, again, if you have any questions, now is the time. And if somebody's seeing the recording, you can reach out to us and ask us directly. We'll be happy to answer your guys questions.
Awesome. So yes, I'm opening up the room for questions. If anyone has their hands raised. Hey Harsha, how's it going?
Hey, Daksh. By the way, I think you guys are doing like a great job with SaaS3.
Yeah.
I have a slightly superficial question.
Yeah.
You mentioned about like profitability for the miners, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't profitability necessarily have to do with the SaaS3 coins demand?
um It does in a way, but yeah, sure, we converted into USD, but yeah, it also depends on the tokenomics. But for the same reason, we've actually tried to put in a lot of utility. So the SaaS3 is powered, the SaaS3 token, the SaaS token is powered by
Mhm.
utility. The entire ecosystem is powered by utility. So anybody can access the oracles. They have to pay a subscription fee. So the API
Mhm.
users pay the subscription fee from in SaaS3 tokens. This SaaS3 token actually distributes to the miner, the API creator, and the staker. Wait, let me open the white paper to give you a chart. I guess that would be the best. SAS3 dot SAS3 dot. Oh, and this is our website, guys. SAS3.io. Second, just opening the white paper. So, just if I want to shorten the answer, because maybe a lot of questions are pending. So we've tried to put in a lot of utility over here. So the entire system is powered by the SAS token. So yeah, but the R calculation was based on the USD equivalent at that time. So
Got it. Got it.
um, one second, okay, it's very comprehensive white paper. So guys, please feel to read it again, satsi.io. So over here, as you can see, an API created, the black lines present the payment. So the API user, so decentralized API user, this is the Oracle user, they pay. And then this payment goes to, and then this purple line is basically who's earning. So everybody earns, and this is the payment. So the entire SaaS3 token is fueled by utility. So yeah, I mean, I
Got
hope.
it. Got it. So it's just a subscription model, right? So every time you request for data, you
Yeah.
don't pay fees, right?
Yeah, so you pay a fee, right, in SaaS token. So actually, the thing is, we've tried to keep it as what do you say, customizable as possible. So what you can do is anybody can try to create any type of subscription. So you can, it depends upon what type of the API creator has created. But yeah, like it's subscription based.
So
So
basically, what happens here, Harsh, is
Mhm.
the one who creates the API. Let's say I'm creating an API where you can pull in the rate of Bitcoin from 10 different places, and someone else
Mm-hmm.
has 20, some has 3, some has 4. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, now we are a bit different because I may take the global um, average, others might take just Japan or Europe or US and get it on that. So each API will give one data and will have multiple sources for that data through which we will get the most accurate one. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the second thing is, now if I create this particular API, whoever wants
Mm-hmm.
to pull in this data can basically pay me to pull this data in. Now the
Got it.
payment
So,
of, yeah, so this
mhm.
would be the revenue factor, and obviously the SaaS token is what is used for this with its own tokenomics.
Got it. So the API creator is the one that decides whether it's a whether it's a subscription model, or
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's just
Yeah,
like a, okay, got it.
yeah.
because
So
I wouldn't want to pay, let's say one API creator is giving you, what's the biggest database that you can find that has a shitload of information coming in?
just want to
Probably
highlight
NASA. Yeah.
concept of Konma, like comprehensive partnerships. That's what I'm talking about. So,
So yeah,
it's
so the
very good.
person who's giving you
I
game data API is not going to charge the same as the person who's going to give you updates from a Ludo game, right?
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
obviously they'll
see,
have their own.
oh yeah, and I also didn't focus on one point, which is off-chain computation, right? So it's not only about price feeds. Imagine doing AI, ML, deep learning algorithms. So the decentralized serverless runtime can actually provide any type of computation you need on the blockchain. So
Mhm.
it's not only data feeds. It's about any type of any type of thing which requires computation. We have it. So SAS3 is decentralized APIs and off-chain computation.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Do we have another question? Feel free to unmute your mic and just hit us up. Well, in that case, we can't hear you, Nin. Are you speaking? I think your headphones on mute. Can you guys hear Nin?
No, I
Daksh?
can't really. No, 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 I can't.
But like,
I can you guys hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I think we'll just
Okay,
wait for Nin to join back.
maybe. Yeah. By the way, are we in time or did I exceed the presentation?
Oh, by time we have 4 minutes left.
No.
Awesome.
Yeah,
We can hear you well.
you can hear you.
Um, hey Daksh, awesome proposal. Permissionless Oracle. I already mentioned like when you guys are in beta, ping me the API. We'd love to try it. We
Yeah,
are building and integrating Oracle Charlie 3 in our C3 in our tech stack. So would love to test and help you test if you guys want.
yeah.
I know we are not in the final assessment stage, but what kind of feedback have you guys gotten from the PAs so far?
We've gotten actually pretty cool feedbacks. So the first proposal got like I guess a 4.4 rating. So out of which two were bots, so we had to remove that. Now we flagged it. Let's see. It's but yeah, yeah, honestly, it's a very good, very good ratings. Some of them are like bots and are out of point actually, but some of them are really eye opening. You know, they give you a lot of like you I mean it was just eye opening, like all of the assessments. So some of them were really brilliant about what people are thinking about the project. So we're getting a good response actually. The community response in the Cardano ecosystem is especially brilliant. So if we were talking to some other projects and it went to this extent that they were asking why do we even need a robust Oracle system, and it's completely different in Cardano. Like everybody's smart over here, everybody recognizes the importance of this product. So it's we're actually pretty happy to be over here. So it's a very pleasant experience. Cardano rocks.
I
Well, it's
also
been
believe you guys exist on Polkadot. Are you right?
yeah. So we are primarily on Polkadot slash Kusama, whichever comes first and whichever slot we get first. But we're an Oracle architecture, so wherever there is blockchain, SAS3 is there.
Awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Daksh.